Well, bore da. Here we are, it's Friday, the end of another working week, and I trust that you've had a good week, whether you've been at work, working from home, or whether you're retired or on furlough. This week, I've been sharing with you 10 tips for a successful Christian life. And despite the current restriction placed upon us by the government as a result of this pandemic, I have declared that I still believe it's possible for us all to live a dynamic Christian, successful Christian life. We have found these 10 tips that I have mentioned in Proverbs chapter 3. I've already shared with you the way of a successful Christian life, first of all, by staying faithful to Scripture, then by sticking with love and faithfulness, then trusting God wholeheartedly, then revering the Lord, then being faithful in your tithing, accepting with grace the Lord's discipline. Yesterday, it was living wisely, holding sound judgment, and not panicking when things go wrong. This morning, I want us to consider the final two, which are these. First, generously blessing good people. No success in 2021 by generously blessing good people. Look at verses 27 to 29. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due, when it is in your power to act. Do not say to your neighbor, "Come back tomorrow and I'll give it to you," when you already have it with you. Or in the NIV it reads, "Do not withhold good from those who deserve it." Christianity has a lot to say about our duty to help and to bless those that are in need and those that are less fortunate than we ourselves. This we must do as Christians. However, we sometimes forget that the same Bible instructs us to bless those who do right, who live good lives, and are generally what we would call decent and good people. The psalmist says that such people are blessed. Listen to him. "Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scoffers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night." Listen, it's good to be good to good people. When we treat people with respect when they are in need, when we are being generous towards them, we are doing what we are instructed by the Scriptures, and we reflect something of the graciousness of our God. So no prosperity in 2021 by generously blessing good people. And then my final one is this: no prosperity in 2021 by not envying the ways of the world. Listen to Solomon in verses 31 to 34. "Do not envy a man of violence, and do not choose any of his way. For the devious person is an abomination to the Lord, but the upright are his confidence. The Lord's curse is on the house of the wicked, but he blesses the dwelling of the righteous. Towards the scorners he is scornful, but to the humble he gives favor." You see, sometimes we can become envious when we see the prosperity of the world. The world and his ways are sometimes tempting to us, and they have pleasures and desires that we can crave for. While the Bible acknowledges that the world does have pleasures, it does nevertheless remind us that they are fleeting pleasures. Asaph, the great worship leader, found himself in the place of envy as far as the things of the world were concerned. Listen to his frank confession in Psalm 73. My feet had almost stumbled, my steps had nearly slipped, for I was envious of the arrogant when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. Thankfully, it was an almost stumble for Asaph, and what saved him was his attendance at God's house. Listen to him. When I thought how to understand this, it seemed to me a wearisome task until I went into the sanctuary of God. Then I discerned their end. Asaph realized that the prosperity of the wicked was but temporal, and the prosperity of his soul was eternal and would reap eternal reward. So my friends, know prosperity in 2021 by not envying the ways of the world and generously blessing good people. God bless you and have a great weekend. Pob bendith.